And we're live. See, Monica, it was only like 30 seconds after. And that was solely because I was finishing up dinner. Well, having a little bit of dinner. Not entirely done with that. Glad that you guys are here. Welcome into the stream. Tonight's going to be fun. It's going to be different. I'm going to be pushing my own buttons a little bit and seeing if I actually like anything that I might have disliked in the past. I am starting, though, with something that I do like, just to kind of get warmed up and enjoy myself for a little bit. Hello, Tammy. Hello, Linux Cat. Eric's here. Steven's here. Yeah. Swan's in his Murphy bed. That's a fun time as well. But anyway, I am warming up with some TW Samuels just to get the motor running. And then I'm going to move into... my teeth, apparently. Then I'm going to move into... Hello, Charles Van Ness. And Pressman. Man, I'm so happy that you guys are here. This has been a long week, and I'm very happy that we're able to hang out a little bit together. But anyway, what I'm going to be moving into is things that I have not liked in the past. And, you know, maybe I like them now. Maybe I'll have grown a bit of an affinity for them. Or maybe they're still going to be terrible. Either way, we're going to find out together. I apologize, I'm still digesting my food, I guess. Joseph, do you think that TW Samuels is no JTS Brown? I mean, I can get on board with either. Okay. Hounds of Hell are apparently out already. Anyway, yeah, Charles, I'm happy you're here, buddy. It has been a little while, but... Can everybody see and hear me okay? I don't know what... Teresa's horrible batch. Not had Teresa's batch yet. Wait, is that the most recent? That's the most recent Booker's, right? I gotta try it. I'd love to find out just how bad it is, Monica. But we'll find out. Hello, Matt from Whiskey Crusaders. Swan said, I'm not a huge turkey fan. Maybe a pour of that. I mean, I would love to revisit some turkey and see if I actually do still despise that. It's just, you know, all for science, I guess. Anyway, let's get into it. What's been new this week? I apologize again. This week's episode was just a little bit late. We ran a little bit late recording it on Tuesday night, so I was awfully tired. Did not get it out until last night. So I hope that you guys have had a chance to listen to that. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. I'm not going to spoil anything for you if you haven't heard it. Sorry, my hair's being weird tonight. Anyway, I'm not going to spoil anything because there is kind of a reward for listening to it all the way through. So be sure to check that out. It was a lot of fun hanging out with Curtis and Swan for that. Let's see, what else? If you have heard it, I said that I was going to be doing an episode next week with a local bourbon group. That is not going to happen after all. I'm still kind of figuring out what next week's episode is going to look like. But other than that, I think that about does it. Oh, Patreon's bonus episode is going to be coming out next week. I think, yeah, next Friday that's going to be dropping. What else? Did the very first official recording live stream for Patreon 2 on Tuesday night. So they got to see as we had fun and went a little crazy, but enjoyed the time nonetheless. And if you want to become a part of that, you're not actually on Patreon yet. It's patreon.com/thisismybourbon podcast. I apologize for that. And for as little as $1 a month, help the show out. That about does it. Yeah, so we're going to move into the rest of the episode, which I'm kind of excited for. Oh, yeah. Swan, look. Hey, look. That bonus episode is wild. It is one for the books. And I wish that I could put it out for the public, but Patreon deserves something special, and this is something special. And ridiculous, and funny, and fun. So you gotta check that out if you're on Patreon next week. I think I'm going to save a little bit of this T.W. Samuels, just in case I need it a little bit later. And I feel like I might. And I'm starting with, and you think that I would like this. You think that this would be something that that would have been up my alley. Town Branch is unfortunately not on the menu tonight. I say unfortunately, but fortunately for me. I haven't had a bottle of Town Branch in a long time. But this is a little 200 ml bottle of Old Taylor. It's 80 proof, aged 6 years. This is not the Buffalo Trace version of E.H. Taylor. This, as it says, was distilled and bottled under United States government supervision by the Old Taylor Distillery Company, Frankfort, Claremont, Kentucky. So this must have been Jim Beam juice. Interesting. You would think that at 6 years, even at 80 proof, I might like this a little bit, but echo. What happened? Did I have too many parry boards? Yes, I did. No, it is not the Castle and Keith version. Sorry about the echo. I don't know what's going on. Maybe hold on. It's a bit of an echo. That's so weird. Sounds like I'm in my bathroom. Sorry. How about this? Maybe if I just turn it down a little bit, maybe that'll help. I don't know. I'm sorry. I honestly don't know how to fix that. If it's unwatchable or unlistenable, we'll figure something else out. And sorry, I apologize. I don't know. Don't know how to get around that. You need to put the vest back on. Right where? Stay here? Okay. I'll just stay in this area. So anyway, 6 year, 80 proof, Jim Beam juice, basically. Labeled Old Taylor. I don't know. No, I don't still have my wah pedal plugged in. So this glass is a little bit smaller than I realized it was. Because that went right up the nose. Whew. My bad. Well, it still smells thin. It's still, I mean, it smells like bourbon, but that is, okay, we're good now. Hi, Lisa Marie. Man, that was upsetting. Sorry, I'm glad that people are having fun with that, because that was really painful for me. I did not enjoy that. Bourbon Fear Factor. That was a mistake. Yeah. So, sorry, as I try to dig some bourbon out of my nose. Wisconsin bourbon. Donnie, yes, I will be at Southern Whiskey Society in August. So, see you there. Here's the thing about this bourbon. It's not bad. It's definitely not as bad as I thought it was originally. But it has such a thin quality to it that I'm just not really enjoying it that much. It tastes like it's been watered down with an ice cube. And I mean, I know it's 80 proof, so it makes sense. But that's kind of what I'm getting from it. But it's just really not doing it for me. Monica, that's hilarious. Brian, I don't think I knew that you guys were going to be at Southern Whiskey Society. Oh, man. Steven, I hope you can come too, buddy. Anybody who can come down to Southern Whiskey Society, you're going to get to see the Pear Bear in full effect. Swan, what is your legitimate question? Please, I'd like to. Kind of tastes like cough medicine, honestly. Just not really that much of a fan of it. Even at the age, it's just like the proof is just not helping it out that much. And I think that if it were a little bit higher proof, it would probably fix these issues. Okay. Monica Moore will be posted here soon. I will share a link once the tickets go on sale for Southern Whiskey Society. Swan's question was, as you're tasting tonight, can you look to see if there's a specific note that you find in your less than stellar bourbons? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So right off the bat for me, and I talked about this already, but I don't like that flavor of watered down bourbon. It just really bothers me. And proofed down and watered down are two entirely different things. And in this case, I'm talking about, say, you let an ice cube melt in your glass of bourbon for a little bit, and you add some water to it, and that's just not... Oh, Jason Newman's here. Hello. That is just not something that I am super crazy about. So that's part of it. The other thing, too... Let me go back for a second. It has this weird kind of oatmeal note to it. Kind of cream of wheat, maybe. That I just don't like. Just do not like. And it's kind of upsetting, honestly. And I don't mind those flavors outside of, say, a bourbon, but in this case, it is unfavorable and not something that I'm really that interested in. I want to get rid of this because I would really like to move on to something else. Joseph's never seen Jason and Natalie together before in photos. I have. I've seen them together in person. I share drinks with them. And a room of amazing pours. This is the new ASMR podcast. Just me drinking water. I kind of thought it would be funny to do a bonus episode for Patreon that's just ASMR of us drinking bourbon. I think that would be really, really funny. But that's a conversation for another day. Let's see what's next. Oh, man. I don't want to have this one, but... So, a couple months ago, I found this at Kroger. It's a spring mill bourbon. I think the bottle is beautiful. I love this old-style porcelain decanter. But, best bourbon I've had lately. That's a good question. So many good things that I got to have at whiskey weekend batch wine. And that's that old granddad that Ian brought to the live show weekend. I can't help but I can't help but get that on my head because it was fantastic. So many good stuff. I would really have to kind of list stuff out and go back and think about it. But those bottles actually allow evaporation. I did not know that. Yes, this one is double oaked. To hell intact. Anyway, I got this a couple months ago because I liked the bottle. I thought it was kind of cool. The ceramic, kind of bitey looking thing was interesting to me. Not quite bitey, but ceramic, I guess. It's Spring Mill Bourbon. It's twice barreled in new charred American oak. It's 90 proof. It's 2 years old. So, yeah. Joseph Brazo also has a legitimate question. What is your legitimate question for me there, Joseph? Oh. Plop that down there right quick. And I might have missed a couple of questions. I apologize. But, would that be a national distiller, Granddad? Yes, Matt, that was a national distiller. Why am I doing this to myself, Joseph? Because I was curious. It wasn't that I'm trying to torture myself or my palate or anything. I'm just curious if anything has gotten better or opened up or whatever since I originally had it and thought, this is no good. But I can understand why you would say, what's he doing this for? I know, I did a whole episode where we just, destroyed our palates and had horrible stuff the entire time. But, anyway. Spring Mill Bourbon. It smells very sweet on the nose. It's kind of opened up a little bit, but it's not fantastic. Brian, I totally agree with you, buddy. I think it's really awesome how everybody's kind of come together in this. Let me just say I don't like ingesting bourbon the way that I did at the beginning of the show. Alright, there's that watered down note that I was finding that I don't like. Funny enough, it kind of smells like tomatoes. Which is weird. I don't know. Matt, you know what's funny? Old Bardstown Bottle and Bond is actually on the agenda for the evening. This is not good. This is bad. I mean, seriously. This has not opened well. It tastes flat. It does have that oatmeal note to it that I did not like. Oh, man, this is gross. And I have a whole bottle of it. So I'm going to have some fun sampling this out to people and seeing what they actually think about it. Let me get a straw, and Charles, and I'm going to put it into the glass, and I'm just going to get it right up into my nose, because that would be fun. That would be a lot of fun for me. I would really enjoy that. I'm in the new Predator movie. What are you talking about? Oh, Matt, yeah, don't buy this. This is nasty nonsense. Matt from Whiskey Crusader, not Matt Bailey. There's two different Matts in here. And two different Brians. Yeah. Hi, Clifton. Sorry you can't hang out for very long, but yeah, friggin' enjoy Hawaii, whatever. Whatever. This is so bad. It's just aggressively bad. I feel bad that it's in a Kentucky Hourglass because this glass deserves something better than this garbage. Who is the actor that looks just like me, Joseph? I got it. Oh. No bueno. Oh man, goodbye. I don't want any more of this. Oh. I love the vintage look of that bottle, though. I do like the fact that it seems like you might have gone to a thrift shop or something, or a flea market, and it was there. And you're like, oh, this would be a nice piece to have around the house, but otherwise, hey, Dad's here. But otherwise, it's just not good. Not good at all. I'm getting that swirl up. Yes, it is absolutely horrible, Matt. I do not care for it. Alright. So this one's a bit of an outlier. And I reviewed this with Chad and Sarah back in February. This is Bond and Lillard Batch 2. And neither Chad nor I liked it. Well, I said I reviewed it with Chad and Sarah, but actually I just reviewed it with Chad. Because Sarah was tired. And she was on the couch. So. Honestly, I hope I never have to drink that spring mill again. Oof. Yeah. Anyway, so Chad and I both gave this Bond and Lillard fairly low ratings for what it should be. It's a 375 that's $100. Excuse me, it's a 375 that's $50. And it's just not. I don't remember it being very good. It's definitely not as good as the WB Saffel is. But I don't know. Let's find out. Scott, are you in for the symposium? I kind of wanted to go. I didn't get the chance to this year, unfortunately. But please. There's just not much going on the notes. It's not that I don't like it, it's just kind of boring. Yeah. Yeah. There's nothing going on, honestly. Palate's got more fullness to it. Not by a whole lot, but it still has good. It has good flavors to it. It's just. It's just nothing special, I would say. And this is very different from the last two that I had, where I had specific notes that I was kind of picking out to where I didn't like it. This is just kind of an overall meh for me. Like, I'm not, I don't know. It just, it shouldn't, it doesn't have the wow factor that I feel like it should at the price point. Oh, Dustin's here. Matt asked, how does it compare to Old Rippy? I haven't had Old Rippy in a minute. I think it's better than this, though, from what I remember. I think batch 1 of Bond and Lillard is definitely better than this. But, yeah. I just hate that this is as average as it is at the price point where it resides. It should be really good, or at least better than what it is. Just okay. I think I'm going to say just okay. I'm powering through these because I just want to have something good. When I have something I actually like. And unfortunately, I'm setting myself up for failure on this one because I don't have a whole lot nearby. I mean, I know I have this cabinet, but it's kind of hard to get into. Look at the charity where it is. But, yeah. Mm. Dad, I listened to a little bit of the replays, right? No, of course I listen to a little bit. Hey, the finish on this is actually kind of nice. It's like it's like vanilla ice cream, which is interesting and fine, but there's just not a whole lot to it. That it should be a more wow factor bourbon, and it's just not. Is 101 better than Bond and Lillard and Old Rippy? Yes. Yes, it is 100%. Cannot. Yes. Yes. Charles Van Ness, I have a question about Knob Creek. What is your question about Knob Creek? Yeah, I listened to a little bit tonight, Dad. I just, got to have a little bit of time to play it. And it was nice. Good. Do I still have any of the Old Fitz 14? I think I might have finished it. Man, it was so good, though. Yeah, I definitely... Ooh, excuse me. I definitely finished it. One of the best Old Fitz I've ever had. Something so special about it, but yeah, I definitely did finish it. Clapton in rotation, very nice. I love me some Clapton. Oh. We'll get on a whole thing about Eric Clapton sometime, but tonight's not the night. Alright, so next pour. This is okay. I don't know what to think about this bottle. I haven't had it in a while. But when I first had it, it was awful. I mean, just awful. It's 100 proof. It's straight bourbon, so it's at least 2 years old. But nowhere on the bottle does it actually say how old it is. But this is Cassius Clay, straight bourbon whiskey. It was made in Madison County, which is really close to Fayette County, which is where I live now. And I lived in Madison while I was at school and everything. And it's named after a local historian. I don't know. Cassius Clay. Cool thing though, this was bottle number 99. How many? I do not know. But it has this really cool little decanter on top. Excuse me, not decanter. This little cannon on top. That is a really nice little thing. But otherwise, from what I remember, this is average at best. Oh no. No, man. I'm gonna make a mistake with this. Yeah, it's a great stopper, but it sucks. Hello, Zoper. I'm happy that you're here. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. No, not Muhammad Ali Cassius Clay. This is Cassius Clay. Yes, that was his real name. That was Muhammad Ali's name. But this is not the same Cassius Clay. Totally different. And there's that oatmeal note that I'm not enjoying. But it does have a little brown sugary sweetness to it that I don't mind entirely. But if you were to give this to me and say, what bourbon do you think this is? I would have probably said that this is a super young bourbon that needed to be aged longer. You know, at 100 proof, it's an okay color. The age on it, 2 years at least, is probably not helping it at all. Not good. Not a good nose. Oh, that's so bad. Oh, man. Alright, this is easily the worst thing I've had tonight. I mean, seriously, this is absolute garbage. I'm sorry. This tastes young. It has a gross, like, chewiness to it, too. I don't mean to rag on them either. I'm sorry that I am. But I'm having such a bad, like, visceral reaction to it that I just can't. I can't get on board with it. I think the price is like $50 or $60. So, is this just make the sad face night? Pretty much. Yeah, at least the topper's cool. Yeah. Drain pour needed? I mean, I guess. It is gross. Wish I had the regular small batch to compare it to, but I think it was better than the last regular single barrel. What are we talking about here, Jason? Sorry. Monica said there was a new one at Kroger that was super brag about how it was always aged 6 months. I don't know what you're talking about, but that's pretty funny. Dad's going to get some wine. Alright, give me a second. Brian, there's a... I might have to do that to round this night out, because this is a horrible, horrible experience. You know what this tastes like? I don't know how many of you all have ever been to a distillery, but at some distilleries you can walk right up to the fermentation tank. You can dip your finger in, and you get a taste of the mash as it's fermenting. This is what that's like. I don't mind that flavor. I don't mind that taste. But, oh, Ian's here. Hi, Ian. But, oh, thank you, Matt. I appreciate that. But this is like if you took that fermenting whiskey and you just threw it right in a barrel without actually distilling it. This is bad. This is so bad, man. I can't look at it any longer. I can't do that. I don't want to keep doing this. Can I have something else? Can I do something that I'm actually gonna like, please? All right, we're gonna figure something out here in just a second. Hold your horses. Okay. All right. Crisis averted. What's my best angle? What happened? You guys are killing me. Oh, come on. Was it looking good? Was it looking all right? Because I've been working out. I've been working out. Okay. Because that was such a nightmare, I knew that I had to do something to fix that. I mean, I had 2 more left, and I just couldn't keep putting myself through it. There's just no sense in that. Just none. All right, this is a Russell's pick. And speaking of Chad, Joseph, this is the Russell's pick that Chad and Sarah did. Oh man. I have to do a little palate cleanser. You guys are ridiculous. I'm sorry that I stood up for 2 seconds to grab some bottles. Oh yes, Joseph, it is the delicious. Okay, hold on. Alright. Why do I do this? Every time that I have stuff that's like low proof or something I don't like, I always just change gears mid-episode. And I just go, oh, I'll do something else. So maybe I just shouldn't do that anymore. I won't do it anymore. Okay, see, there we go. Where's Marie? Dad, she's downstairs. Why does she... She's ridiculous. This is what I was hoping for. Is the Russell Reserve single barrel that good? Yes, it's fantastic. I love Russell's Reserve single barrels. I've never had a bad one, honestly. And I mean, it could be because I just love turkey, but I think that there's just nothing wrong with them. They're all fantastic. Okay, to my first good pour of whiskey tonight. So there's a shirt that I saw recently. It said, "Life is too short to drink bad bourbon." And you make a pact from now on that I'm not going to drink that bad of bourbon because it's a waste of my time. And there are many more things that I would rather be enjoying. So, pact made. Pact has been made. That's all I'm saying. What's the nose like? The nose is a little bit hot, but it's sweet. There's a grassy note to it as well that I really don't mind. I think that it complements some of the sweeter flavors that are present on the nose as well. It really doesn't bother me. I mean, honestly. There's a little bit of vanilla in there that's present too, but nothing too aggressive. I just think that it's a very well-balanced nose. What's going on over here? Yeah, I should drink what I enjoy instead of this. Live streams are too short to drink that bourbon. I agree with you completely, Jason. Spiked cherry. That's a good way of putting it. Yeah. Yeah. Joseph, yeah, send us a message. We'll handle that. Yep. Swan said I have a handle of bad bourbon. Every time I get a bourbon I can't stand, I mix it 1-to-1 with Turkey 101 and use it for shots. Swan, you make me laugh. Dadgummit. That's so good. It could be that I feel like this is one of the best things I've had in a while because I just had some really terrible stuff leading up to this. But this Russell's pick is just phenomenal. Chad and Sarah did a great job with it. Like Suburban Society, Hops to Go, RIP. Y'all did so well with it. And, you know, I'm going to save a little bit of this specific bottle for a special time. But Turkey 101 Rye is very good, Charles. So, I've had this for a while. I was going to drink it on this week's episode. And I just wasn't able to. But when I did the very old Carter episode, they gave me a little sample of the 27 year. I mean, that was months ago. And I still haven't been able to get the daggum cap off of it. This might be the sample of bourbon or whiskey rather, that I'm never going to be able to touch again. It frustrates me. It's really good. But yes, for Sunday indeed. I'm just enjoying this. It's like, this is what I want bourbon to be. It's smooth and enjoyable, and I know smooth is a misnomer when it comes to talking about bourbon, but there's so much goodness on the nose that I love it. It's really good. Yeah, I don't know what's on with what's going on with this stupid cap. I wish that it had some kind of grooves in it so I could open it up. They might have filled it too high. I think that could have been the issue there, but dadgummit. Don't make fun of my slang. I got it! Hey! Huh. I didn't think I was ever going to be able to get that. Well, I feel like I have to finish it. Okay. I don't have to try the hot water. I think so. Yeah, I do like when bourbon doesn't suck. It's great. I tried to use my shirt, and it didn't work, but I'm trying to prevent this from ever happening again. I don't know why it did in the first place, but Dustin, come on, man. Let's have a little bit of this. Oh man. Okay. I just wanted to be able to open it back up. Okay, it's good. I can open it. That was an aside. But anyway, we're all good. That's exactly right. Yes. Now, this is a little known fact about any of the apparel from this My Bourbon Shop. But every single shirt comes with a guaranteed, you can open your most difficult to open bottle of whiskey just because you own one of our shirts. So head to bourbonshop.threadless.com and you will be able to open your bottle of whiskey with our shirts. Guaranteed. Swan, Dad, did you just not realize Swan's in here? Yeah, I'm apologizing. I'm sorry. Never mind. Good. It has been a while. Oh, okay. All right. I haven't had this one in a while. It's my best bourbon of 2017. It's supposed to be drank, right? It sounds like Lucy's watching It's Always Sunny, but she's really watching the Golden Girls. Oh, okay, Dad. I'm sorry. Anyway, WLW from 2017, 128 proof. Why am I drinking this when I could be drinking that? Why? Doesn't make any sense. Brian, that's awesome. You finally got your Perry Corey shirt. Joseph, when you are in Lexington, there will be some of this left for you. I promise. Promise you. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Brandon, come over. I got some fries. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Ah. Still better. I still think it's better than the 2018 WLW. I really do. This is a phenomenal pour. And this night has devolved very quickly, but just happy that you guys are. Thanks, Joseph. I do love it. You're right. Oh, Ian, we'll definitely make that happen. Joseph, this is definitely better. I think it's better than last year's George T. Stagg. Is it better than... Oh, excuse me. It's better than 2017's George T. Stagg. But I don't think it's better than 2018's George T. Stagg. In the same vein, 2017's Weller is better than 2018's Weller. So if we're ranking them, I would go 2018 Stagg, 17 Weller, 17 Stagg, 18 Weller. That makes sense. Brandon, I do love me some internet. Don't get me wrong. It's really good. It's one on the Bourbon Finder right there. Stagg worth $47 a pour. There's levels to it. If you've had it before, I would say maybe not. I would say that's probably in the 30 to 35 range. If you haven't had it before, I would say, yeah, it probably is worth it for you to get a pour at that price. But that's me. That's just me. Matt says no, though. Fair enough. So does other Matt, and so does Brian. See, Donnie, I agree with you. I think that it's all about whether or not you've had it and what you're willing to pay for it. And that's not like that's not a lot of money. Because you could get a couple of bottles of bourbon that you might really like for that price. That being said, though, it's about experiences, too. So if you want to experience something different. Go for it. I mean, why not? Why not? I don't have this very often. But man, when I do, it shines through. It really, really does. And I will be unapologetic about the fact that I love this bourbon. Seriously. It's... Oh, Monica's heading out. Alright. Bye, Monica. Everybody's saying bye, Monica. There are plenty of people who will say that this is a poor bourbon, or a bottle of bourbon, that is not special enough to warrant the price point or whatever. But I think that this lives up to the hype. This is one of the few that really, truly lives up to the hype. But just me. Oh, Dustin. What? I didn't know about that, Dustin. All right. I got one last pour before we sign off. And sorry that tonight was weird and different. But sometimes you got to remind yourself why you drink the stuff that you do, because it's important. All right. So I go from my 2017 best bourbon to my 2018 best bourbon, which is the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof C918. Absolutely phenomenal pour. Oh, is Dad leaving? All right. Bye, Dad. Oh, man. This is why these two won 2 years in a row. Well, not two. Okay. This is the reason why I chose these two bourbons as my 2017 and my 2018. They are very similar in nose, but still maintain enough difference to be exceptional and just overall fantastic. They're, man. Buttercream with a kick. Yeah, I can see that. You like C918 better than A119. I completely agree with you, Donnie. I think that A119 falls a little bit short. Still good, but falls a little bit short. That's just me. I stand by this bourbon being the best of 2018. I really do. The palate has this rolling, ever-developing quality to it that I love. Finish builds and builds and builds. It hits this apex and gently kind of brings you into the rest of its flavors. I can't find anything bad about this bourbon, honestly. This was the one pour from 2018 where I said, yes, this is it. Everything else, I had a caveat for. This was the only one that I didn't. Just me. Man, that was so good. Really, truly, just fantastic. Ah. Why did I spend so much time drinking bad stuff? Seriously. I'm sorry that I put you all through that. I'm sorry I put myself through that. That was a dumb thing for me to do. But I'm just happy you guys have been here. You've been hanging out with me tonight. I do this every Thursday night here on YouTube. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and do so. Again, youtube.com/This Is My Bourbon Podcast. Every Wednesday, new episodes come out. Apple, Google, Spotify, all the major platforms, you can find the podcast. So please do that. You can follow me personally at PRitter1492 on all social media channels. The show itself is at My Bourbon Pod. Please give us a follow. That would be fantastic, especially on Twitter. We need to grow our Twitter following a little bit. Let's see what else. We have a Facebook group, of course. Not of course, we just started it up. Just search for This Is My Bourbon Group, and we would be happy to add you on. It's a really fantastic little group that we have going. A great conversation. What else? Rate and review on iTunes, please. That does help us out a lot to get the show more noticed. Like, share, comment, subscribe here on YouTube. That is truly important as well. Send an email to thismybourbonshop@gmail.com if you have questions or comments about the show, not just the live show, but the podcast as well. Bourbonshop.threadless.com, as I said earlier, is where you can find all of our apparel and merch. That special sale that was going on for people who were there for the live show is just about over. You have a couple days left for it if you want to get in on that. And then the big one is patreon.com/mybourbonpodcast. For as little as $1 a month, you can help the show out. And that really, really does help us out. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. I will see you next week. Not just on the episode, but on the live stream. But until then, I'm Perry, and this is My Bourbon Podcast. Bye, y'all.